Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jake the Fate, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review and demo on another Schecter guitar, the Synyster Gates Custom S in Gold Burst. All right, so here I have the Synyster Gates Custom S in a Gold Burst. Now, I've already done the Synyster Gates Custom S, his original black and silver pinstriped guitar. And I got this guitar a while ago, and I wanted to just make a review and demo on this specific guitar because it's a little bit different. This one is an older model, and of course, the finish is a little bit different. It's got some different features that his newer model doesn't have. So, I decided why not do a review and demo if you guys get this actual specific model. Now, I know his newer ones, I think they're all going to be the same, but it's just the pickup configuration. It might be a little bit different. It's got his newer pickups. But I'm pretty sure all the guitars are probably the same specs and everything. Yeah, without further ado, I'm going to take this to the workbench and I'm going to show you guys spec by spec what this guitar brings, what it has, then give you guys a quick little demo and give you guys my final thoughts on this guitar. All right, so we have a mahogany body with a 3-piece mahogany neck with an ebony fretboard. Now this fretboard, just like my other Synyster Gates guitar, as you guys can see, it gets pretty dirty quick. I don't know what's up with these ebony fretboards, but I basically just cleaned this guitar a couple days ago. It's got some weird gunky stuff, finger skin or something, dirt and stuff. I'm gonna clean it up real quick when I take these strings off. But the inlays on this guitar is a gold pearloid. You have his name right here, Syn, and the death bat on the 12th fret right there. You have 24 extra jumbo frets on this guitar. Again, just like the other guitar, these frets are done very nicely. Schecter always does a great job on these fret ends. It's a 25.5 inch scale length. This guitar is 25.5 inch scale length with a nut width of 41.3 millimeters. The fretboard radius is 16 inch radius, flat, great for shredding. Of course, Synyster Gates shreds his ass off, so you can obviously shred on this guitar. So on the 12th fret, you got 20 millimeter thickness on the 12th fret, and on the 1st fret, a 19 millimeter on the 1st fret right here. So very thin shaped guitar. It's actually a Ultra C thin shaped neck. And I absolutely love these necks because, they're very thin, great for shredding because they're very, very thin. Of course, the hardware is gold. Got these gold metal knurled knobs here. Very good quality, of course. The color of this guitar is a gold burst. It's basically a gold burst, but you got his signatures pinstripes right here. So yeah, you got the gold burst in satin. It looks extremely nice. It's one of my favorite looking guitars just because it's not glossy. It's a nice satin. The black one is a fingerprint magnet, and this one is a lot better. Even though you get fingerprints on it, you really don't see them unless you get them like right there, but like right here you really don't see it on the gold part. So it's a huge win if you guys have sweaty hands like myself. But yeah, so in terms of electronics, again, 1 master volume, 1 master tone, a 3-way selector switch. You get the Sustain-EX system on the neck position. You got a Seymour Duncan Invader. I don't know if this is his signature one, but it is in gold because most of the Invaders are either in black, I think. So yeah, if it's gold or silver or any other color, it's basically like a custom thing. And then you get the switches for the Sustain-EX. So again, then you get the fundamental, which is just basically how it just repeats the natural note over and over. You get the mix of the harmonic with the fundamental, and then you get the harmonic mode, which is just a harmonic of it, and it goes crazy. That's basically the electronics on this guitar. So I'm gonna take off the strings and show you guys what's under here, the Floyd Rose that's on the guitar, and show you guys what's in the back. All right, so here you have, I don't even know where to start, but you have the Sustain-EX system on the neck position. It's a little bit different from his newer model. So on the bridge position, you have this Seymour Duncan Invader. I couldn't see it when I first got it, but once I looked closer, I was like, oh, it says Seymour Duncan right there. But anyways, yeah, I think it's just a regular Seymour Duncan Invader because I have his Seymour Duncan Invaders. It does say, it does have his little signature on it. but this one's just like I think it's just a regular Invader. Yeah, I think it's just a regular Invader with like just like they just switched the screw poles. Yeah, it's like a regular Invader. I think it's just like a regular Invader, and they just basically just used like a matte, these matte bobbins with like the gold screws. It would have been cool if they just actually used his pickups on this guitar, but I think it's just like a regular Invader. But anyways, yeah, so you got this Floyd Rose 1500, which is, again, one of the good Floyd Roses. I don't complain at all with these. So the difference between something like this and a special is that they use, as you guys can see right here, they use these, I think these are stainless steel. They're not titanium, but they're like stainless steel. They're a little bit more better quality screws, so they don't strip. So they got these right there and right here. So yeah, better quality. It's a very good Floyd. You got the push-in whammy bar. Very good quality. In gold, of course, you know, to match the guitar, of course. Why am I saying of course so much? Of course, of course, of course. So, oh yeah, and you do get conductive paint in here. So you guys can see right there. It's not the best, but, you know, they put it in there for you. So it's good. And then I think up here too. Oh no, they don't. What the hell? Yeah, so there's no conductive paint up here. So I'm gonna get into this real quick. Right here, the screws, they're all gold too. So they put a lot of attention to like little details like that. All right, so this Invader, it reads 17.51 k ohms. So it's a little bit hotter than the other one. I think that one goes around 16.60 if I'm not mistaken. So it's around there, but it's a little bit hotter than that one. This is what's going on back here. You have your master volume, master tone with the three-way selector switch right there. And you got the Sustainiac system, which is right here. Pretty big difference between this one and his other guitar, as you guys can see right there. So this, you adjust the gain on the Sustainiac system, and this you would adjust the volume on the actual Sustainiac. But there's a big difference here. So there should be another little switch right over here, like a little one of these right there for the harmonic mode gain. So it should be right there. So that's a pretty big difference between this one and the other one. I'm going to pull the other one out and show you guys how that one looks. So as you guys can see right there, boom, there's that little switch right here for the gain to adjust the mode of the harmonic mode. Basically adjust the harmonic mode. So there's a big difference between this one and that one, aside from the pickups also. But once you're in that harmonic mode, you really can't switch it. So you really can't adjust it if you want to, like, if it's too much or if it's too little. It's just that, you know, basically on that guitar. But on this one, his newer one, you can actually adjust it if it's like too much for you or too little. So yeah, so that's a pretty big difference between this guitar, this one, of course, and the pickup. Yeah, so that's basically what you got going on back here. You got the Sustainiac system, circuit board, and the electronics right there. So yeah, you got the battery compartment, which is right over here. And right here is for the spring adjustment. You know, everything looks pretty normal. And you also get the burst in the back. So if you guys were wondering about the back, you do get the burst also back here. And then it goes into like black, and then it goes boom into like another burst of gold right back here. This guitar looks amazing, dude, honestly. I love the Ultra Axis back here. And you get the belly cut that's over here. So the difference between this one and that one is that in the front, I'm gonna flip this over real quick. On that one, there's a bit of a little contour over here. So when, you know, for your forearm to rest, this one's just flat. This one's just like a flat top. So there's no contour right there. So you're gonna get like little things over here like that. You know, it's pretty common. You know, there's nothing major on this guitar actually. It's just like little things like this. Also right here in the back of the headstock, you got his little signature right there. And you get the gold burst on the back of the headstock too. And you get the Grover tuners, the little mini Grover tuners in gold.
And some people say, why would you put Grover tuners on a guitar that has a Floyd Rose, which just locks it in? But you know, more secure. Can't complain. So I did clean up the fretboard, you know, make it look a little bit cleaner. And of course, in front of the headstock, you get his logo right there. You know, like I said, I think I said it in the other video. He had the little skull with the top hat. That's like his older model, his, like, you know, his first run. But this one's fairly new technically. Again, you know, you get a gold burst in the front of the headstock with the pinstripes, and the Schecter logo kind of like disappears right there because it goes right into like that black. But they do the gold on the black and the black on the gold, so you know, it looks pretty good. The truss rod cover is plastic. The one thing I do have to say about this is that when you go to, let's say you have to adjust your truss rod, you have to take this whole retainer off because you can't pull it out from under there. So that's pretty annoying. I wish they did something a little bit different to, you know, not have to do that. But if you guys have another way to take this cover off without taking the retainer off, let me know, because I get annoyed. Something I forgot to mention on the black guitar is that there's a little shim down here, as you guys can see. It's a little oops. It's like a little piece of aluminum that they put right over here. A little shim. Because I noticed that on that guitar too. You can actually see it from the side. On this one, I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna actually mention it on this guitar, but that one has it too. I'm pretty sure most of them have it. Actually, All Parts makes little shims. And, you know, if you guys find like the right, you know, thickness or whatever, I'm just gonna keep this like this. But if you guys are working on guitars and, you know, you guys need a shim, and they're all different sizes. So you got, you know, thicker ones, thinner ones. You have to use your little gauge reader just to like see which one works for you. But it like slips, boom, right in there, right where the screws are supposed to be. And I guess if it's too long, you guys could just cut whatever needs to be cut off. And again, you get glow-in-the-dark side inlays. Very cool feature if you guys play live or you guys are in like a darker room. And they're pretty big. You know, you got these glow-in-the-dark side inlays, which is awesome. I probably did miss a few things here, but, you know, I'm trying to do this as quick as possible because my wife and I were actually going to go see Insidious today. And she's probably pissed because I'm down here doing this. But, yeah. So all I'm going to do now, and plus today is actually Synyster Gates' birthday. I might release this video out tomorrow, but today, July 7th, is actually Synyster Gates' birthday. So, you know, perfect timing actually for me doing this whole thing. But all I'm going to do now is put the strings on and, you know, give you guys a quick little demo when I come back from the movies or tomorrow morning, you know, whatever floats. And then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on this guitar.
All right, so there it is, the Synyster Gates Custom S Gold Burst. Now, this guitar, to me personally, I've already said this in my other video, Synyster Gates to me is my guitar hero. He changed my life in terms of guitar playing. He just influenced me in so many ways. Events Unfold, that entire band influenced me in so many ways. Having his original black and silver pinstripe guitar, I needed to have that in my collection. Now that I have this one, it kind of reminds me of the way I see it is like when people look at Eddie Van Halen, right? They think of his black and white. They associate that to a certain album. When they see the black and yellow, when they see the Frankenstrat, we associate those with certain, eras and certain years and stuff. That's how I am with Synyster Gates. So his original black and silver pinstripe, I started listening to them back in middle school. So I was around probably 14. So, it was when the White Album just came out. And, I remember watching the Live in the LBC when it came out on MTV. So, to me, watching that concert and watching him play with that guitar, I need to have that guitar. So it kind of reminds me of the White Album, and then, going into Nightmare. Me personally, obviously, he's played it, City of Evil. City of Evil, that's when, they started to endorse him. Signing up the Seventh Trumpet, he was using a Les Paul. Going into Waking the Fallen, he started dabbling into Schecter guitars. And that's when he knew, Schecter was his guitar. To me personally, it reminds me of Hail to the King and going into the stage, because back in 2014 to go see them when they were touring Hail to the King, I went to go see them at the Mayhem Festival. And when I saw him pull this guitar out, I was like, wow, it was amazing. And obviously now he's got so many different guitars, different colors. He's got a purple, and he's got a Joker theme color, purple and green. I think it was green. Yeah, he's got the black and white one. I do want to get the black and white one, but I think I've only seen those in a standard. It's not a custom, neck through. It's just a bolt on. The black and red one, amazing looking guitar. He's got the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight's a satin with gloss, so it's I forgot how the contrast is. I think the stripes are gloss, and then everything else is satin. So it's it's a pretty cool black and yellow one, which is, I think it's black and gold. But, it's just, he's got so many guitars. And now, he recently just got a headless guitar. Now he's got a custom hydro dip guitar that, they just dipped it into paint and stuff. And, it comes out. He's just got so many guitars. My wife and I actually went to Madison Square Garden to see them live. It was amazing. It was another dream come true for me, because I've been dying to see them live again. And, we saw them, and, my wife saw how excited and happy I was because I got to see, my heroes and Synyster Gates play live. And it was just amazing, it was just awesome to get the chance to see him perform live, the whole band in general, but, Synyster Gates, to see him perform live, just so much motivation. It's not motivation to be I'm going to be a rock star, but just to play and get lost in it. And just, I wanted to do this video a while ago, but we went to the concert, and then last week was 4th of July. We went to Pennsylvania. If you guys are Office fans, highly suggest you guys going to Scranton. There's a lot of cool things there. If you guys are super fans of The Office, highly recommend you guys going to Scranton. And we're actually gonna go see Rob Zombie in September, so I'm excited. We're excited for that. But yeah, man, another great guitar. Highly recommend it, man. Like I said, the specs are kind of similar to the newer models. And, the only defects, again, is the finish is going to come off. Since it's a satin matte finish, wherever you rub your arm, you're eventually gonna gloss it out. So, but it's not even that noticeable. This guitar is pretty old. It's like 8 years old. So, but it still looks in great condition, and I got it used, so I'm not gonna be complaining or anything. And it goes to show that this 1500, this Lloyd Rose 1500, has lasted this long. So 8 years, and it's still in great condition. Doesn't get out of tune or nothing. I prefer, to be honest with you guys, I prefer this pickup, the Seymour Duncan, over the newer one, his Schecter Custom Shop, like hand-wound pickup. I don't know why. This one sounds a little bit more, grittier to me. It's got like, even though it's a little bit bassier, because most invaders are like that, but there's the mid-range is right there. It's right where it needs to be. The Sustainiac system, for some reason, it's a little bit different also. As you guys saw, I showed you guys how the inside looks. I don't know if they're like different batches or whatever it is. Like, it's not as sensitive as the black and silver stripe one. Even my nephew, he told me when he was playing with it, it's hard to control it. Like, everything just starts ringing. This one's a little bit easier to control, just like my C1 Platinum. It's a little bit easier to control. The other one is just like, you have to really mute all the strings and be able to, control how to like move around with it. Great guitar. Awesome. Highly recommend you guys going out to get one, even if it's, a used one or the newer model. That's why I wanted to get this one, just because I wanted to get something that has, a little bit of history to it, so it's like from like 2015. It's pretty cool to have in your collection, just because like, it's kind of like the pre-Schecter Custom Shop pickup that he made. And I think he went through like a phase of, switching them out until he actually got the one that he actually has on his guitars now. The Seymour Duncan Invaders, I actually bought his set years ago. And that's why I actually prefer this one, because I really like how those sound. It's kind of like having that piece of history from like 2015 when, what the fuck were they doing? When Hell to the King came out, he was using this pickup, I'm pretty sure, in, his live performance and probably even recording. And, now he's got the custom shop, Schecter Custom Shop pickups, and that's what he's using live. So it's like, it's a pretty cool thing to have, just as a super fan or whatever. But yeah, highly recommend it, guys. I love this guitar. I love Schecter guitars in general. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, because that's all I do on this channel. Reviews, demos. I know I said I was going to do a couple different videos. I've got a few coming up this week, but it's just that I've been super busy. I got a few Floyd Rose videos and a couple pickup videos. I do have a video that I'm going to correct, because somebody called me out and called me something on my comment section. I'm not going to say who, but I'm going to leave it as that. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.